Okay, this will probably be the last video. We're getting a little tired. Anyway, continue, Nicole.
So basically, the one thing I wanted to say is I don't care if you're food service or not. You should be respecting medical notes.
Why did I do that? Yes, you should.
I don't care if you're food service and you think you're special and that you should push your employees to the limit. You should be if there's somebody who comes in with a medical note that says, I cannot do this position in the store for this reason, that should be respected.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's just, but because it's food service and you have to sacrifice yourself in order to make sure everyone else is happy, when the managers don't have to sacrifice themselves.
Yep.
It's bullcrap. I mean, like, it's just so much management from what I hear from friends and stuff. It just...
Speaking of minimum wage bullshit, I saw another article about some place trying to increase the wage they paid their workers, but by doing so, they put it on the receipt as a minimum wage fee. You know, like, it said on the receipt, like it was a extra thing. And
really?
Yeah, that just pissed me off. Because, like, their reasoning was...
on, like, the receipt of, like, for retail, or, like, on the, on pay stub?
So, each burger had a... You know, like you have taxes and stuff, it had another thing that said minimum wage fee, something. And that was like an extra 35 cents per burger. So if you went into, like, not McDonald's, it wasn't McDonald's, but if you go into McDonald's and you looked at your receipt, it would say hamburger, how much dollars, and then minimum wage fee, 35 cents, and then tax in total.
Okay, so what's wrong with that?
Well, it's a little... Of
course, people get pissed off about it, but, like...
It's a little annoying because their reasoning for it was, you know, the money's gotta come somewhere, but... taking out, like, it's mainly that I'm pissed off that CEOs...
I just figured it out. Because you're taking it out of your customers' pockets instead of taking it out of the corporation pocket. Okay,
yes.
It just...
That's why I'm pissed off. Not only are you taking it out of your customers' pockets, but you're doing it in a very passive-aggressive way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, see, the price rose because you guys are whining about this minimum wage. That kind of thing. And it pissed me off because to raise the minimum wage that much, you could just remove, like, a few thousand a year from all of your CEOs and they wouldn't even bat an eye.
Right, exactly.
So...
You could even reduce, like, the CEO pay. I don't know how much, like, you would have to.
It said it was, like, a few thousand a year to raise the wages that much. Which, for a CEO, is nothing.
Right, but for an employee, it's huge.
Yes, it was like a 75-cent increase for the minimum wage.
Like, you could get rid of, like, take off, like, the CEO, like, $5,000, and it would be, like, a 50 to 75-cent increase in pay.
For every single worker.
That would be insane. Shit, run.
Just run! Whew. Okay.
No, not
Spin jump! Oh.
Forgot.
But yeah, it pissed me off the way they did it. It was kind of like how, was it Papa John's that was going to do that? And then people got pissed off at them?
Right, because why should that be the customer's responsibility
to
pay for
your
someone's
tail is in the way. Hey, kitty cat, sit down.
That's kind of the same logic of, like, raising, like, the price, like, you know, the pay of workers, but then, like, charging, like, extra 15 cents for food.
Yeah.
Like, that's not going to the workers. That's still going straight to the corporation. Like, I don't know what you're on to make you think that, but...
Yeah. And some people are like, you know, CEOs work harder, and it's like, they don't work 500 times harder than the minimum wage people. And that's an underestimation of the multiplication of how much they get.
No, they don't.
They don't work that much harder. It's ridiculous.
No. And they do work hard.
I read the comments. I shouldn't have on this thing. And one of the comments commonly listed was, oh, minimum wage isn't supposed to be a living wage. And it's like, yes, it was when it was first. No! When it was first brought up, signed into law, it was supposed to be a living wage.
Right.
Also, it's not usually teenagers in high school that get these jobs. It's like single moms, and they have multiple ones of them, and or pregnant women that have families, and they're supposed to be living on these things, and they don't have any other job to go to.
Right.
And
that's the thing is, if you raise the minimum wage, guess what? A lot of people would probably get off of
the poverty line
like benefits and stuff.
Yeah. Also,
well,
they would be able to spend money on luxury items rather than worrying about whether or not their children are going to be fed. So it's more money into the economy. And
if you raise the minimum wage, that would put less people on like government aid, which people are always bitching about anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if the companies would just be willing to sacrifice just a little bit to make sure that the majority, like if one or two people sacrificed a little bit of money so thousands of people would do better, holy shit, I forgot I was playing.
Yes, this is rant. Luckily you were okay.
I was okay.
And it's kind of insulting when people say that it isn't supposed to be a living wage. It's like, why not?
Why? I know. What rights do other people have to work? Because there are some people, like in an area like this, like my uncle, when I was looking for apartments initially, told me that to be in like a nice apartment complex and not have it be in like a shady neighborhood, that I was going to need to make like $35,000 a year. Like, that's the cost of living around here if you don't want to live in a sketchy neighborhood and you don't want government aid. Like, and like, there are jobs that I was looking at that would only be like $25,000, $38,000 a year. So I wouldn't even be eligible for some of these places.
Woo!
Like, to live at, because I was making $30,000. Like,
yeah.
It's, like, so, but who says that if you're I'm sure there are people who work 45 to 50 hours a week on something probably $1 above minimum wage who can't make ends meet, but there are people who work 40 hours a week?
What?
Wow, that's bullshit. That is major bullshit. But there are people who work 40 hours a week who can get paid $60,000 a year and be fine, when there are other people who work on a minimum wage job, between their 2 or 3 jobs, like 50 to 60 hours a week, and can't make ends meet.
Well, that's because they get around it by making them part-time. And so they have to do like 5 part-time jobs, and they don't get health benefits because it's part-time. And
right, exactly.
It's an abuse of the part-time, which is really what, should be used for those teenagers after school kind of thing.
Right. But the fact that, like, I think I even read something once that, like, the average age of someone who works at McDonald's is, like, 29, and that kind of freaked me out.
Yep.
Or it was, like, 28 or 29. So, like, people think it's, like, yeah, and there were a lot of teenagers who worked at my store. But there were a lot of people in their 40s and 50s that weren't managers, who were just crew members. Like, it wasn't, like, management. It was crew people who were in their 40s and 50s and working.
Yeah.
And who had to, some days it was like, I can't work because I have this other job I need to go to. And it's horrible. Like, I'm not saying $15 an hour. Okay? I'm not saying...
It'd be lovely if it was.
Yeah, but that's not... and then when we got this, like, I'm sure you guys have heard me bitch about this before, but when we got this, like, pay and benefits survey thing, where,
Yoshi, come on. Yoshi.
Where it's like,
Yoshi.
okay, we can raise your wage, but we can't give you all of this other stuff if we raise your wage. Nice.
I think it's because I was on Yoshi and it destroyed that turtle.
So it was like, we can raise your wage and not give you anything else, or we can give you all this other stuff and not raise your wage.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, You know, and I said before, like, that's when I found out that I had been eligible for a year and a half for 401k and no one told me. So
That's bullshit.
yeah, because they didn't have time to tell me.
Oh, okay.
Because if they would have done proper, like, performance reviews, then they would have been able to say, hey, you've been working here for a year and a half, did you know you have 401k benefits? But because they never did performance reviews, they wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Because you would think that would be the time to be like, okay, this, you know, you get performance reviews every 6 months. This is your third performance review. Therefore, you've been here a year and a half. You get them after a year. Maybe we should let them know. But because they never did them.
Yep.
You know?
It's frustrating because it doesn't affect them at all. But it definitely affects you.
It does. Because now that I realize I could have been building up some kind of retirement
Which goes
for
to
like a year.
Oh!
Like,
okay.
and even if you make the argument, even if you make the case, which you could make the case that when I left for Peru and came back, even if you wanted to make a case that it wasn't a complete year from when I started to then, when I've been back from Peru for 2 years. So,
Yep.
even if you wanted to say that started a new employment cycle, it's been a year. I've been working at McDonald's at least a year since I've been back from Peru.
Yeah,
you know?
it's ridiculous.
So, like, you know, when I go for another interview, you know, I want to ask them, you know, I'd like to ask them about benefits stuff. I'd like to ask them about what can I expect from the training process, since I didn't get trained at McDonald's. You know? Like, you know, I didn't get trained. My training was on the job training. Was here. Here's some money. Here's a thing to put in the orders. Go. That was my training. And I had to figure it out. But I would have appreciated, like, you know, and then it was like if I needed help with something, it was like, what do you need?
Mm-hmm.
I've been here a week. Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
yeah.
I'm so glad that job. I'm still trying to get through the anger of it because I think it is kind of a grieving process.
Oh, yeah. Anger is a completely valid feeling.
Right. It's part of the grieving process of letting something go that's been a part of my life for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And being angry about it and being nervous about what's next is normal. You know, and when you're kind of in a dead-end job...
Go away, boo. Woo!
When you're in a dead-end job, like, it's hard to know what you're capable of outside of that when you don't have high self-esteem.
Yeah.
It's hard to know, like, if I'm capable of anything else other than that. And if that, eventually, after a couple of months, I'm just going to have to settle and go for another food service job.
Yeah.
Like,
because having low self-worth, you're like, well, I'm not going to be good enough at anything else, so I might as well go back.
Right.
Because you know you can do it.
Right, I know I can do.
Yeah.
It's so confusing. It's just a really kind of confusing spot to be in for me right now.
Yep.
So, that's confusing and it's scary. I mean, it's kind of good scary, but it's kind of bad scary. And like... Really, kitty?
Yeah.
Look. Here, let me have a chat with my kitty real quick. I don't think so either.
Aww.
Yeah,
I can just barely hear it.
Yeah, I guess my cat just threw up.
Aww.
But she thinks that she can get food every time she meows and walks up by where her food is.
It worked once. So... Yeah.
It works 3 times a day, kitty. Come on.
Kitty cat, did you get your self stuck in the closet? Come here, kitty.
Oh, And speaking of closets, that's the other thing. She's figured out where we keep the food. So she sneaks through, like, because I'm in the basement. We keep it in the basement. So, like, it's right where the water heater and all that other stuff is. And so, like, there's a closet to get to, like, the back room where we keep the food. So she's found a way to get in between the closet and sneak back there and then just sit and stare right where you would get the food. So if you go in there for something else. It's fucking
hey,
sauce.
kitty, come here. Come on, kitty.
So she's found a way to get through there. So, like, one time I went in there for, like, a pop, and she just was sitting there and, like, staring at me right where I would be standing to get the food. Almost like, okay, yeah, I'm here. Do you remember, I'm a cat and I need food? Just a reminder. But she's not feeling well. She's been throwing up. She's been going to the bathroom outside of the litter box, even when it's been completely clean. So it's kind of like...
Okay, what am I doing here?
Oh.
No?
Come here. Come here. Come here, kitty.
Woo! Whoa, no! Okay, just go away.
What is it? What is it? Oh, wow. Oh. There we go. Okay. She's going to swat at my hand at 5, 4,
Whoa!
3, 2, 1.
No, go in! Whew.
Wow, that was close.
Oh, this one.
Oh.
I think I need to use those guys. Whoa! Do I need to get up there?
Yeah, I think you do.
I think
Oh, wow, you despawned it. That's awesome.
Well, I think I need those block ghosts.
Yeah, you do.
Come here, guys. Come on, guys. Whoop, whoop. Sorry, guys. Come here. Come on.
Obviously, if you've made it this far with the cape, you can do it that way, but...
Yeah. Come on. Come.
Ooh.
Nope.
There we go. There we go. Yeah!
Fuck yeah! Nope. That wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't.
Of course, I did have to rearrange how my thumb was in order to spin jump all those times. So run button is left button, and spin jump is right button.
Uh-huh.
So I have to put my thumb across it.
I don't know if I want to keep doing this. Maybe we should just end this video once I lose all my lives here.
Yeah.
Because this level's kind of frustrating me.
Yeah, you can probably just come join me next time.
Yeah.
Because this is pretty frustrating.
I mean, like, I know what to do execution-wise, I just can't do it.
Well, you're also still on the keyboard, and you had a bad week. And we made a lot of progress, so don't discount that.
Okay.
We made it through the Forest of the Illusions, and made it through Castle and a Ghost House. Not too bad.
Right. Okay. Now I can do this.
Yep. Hold right. Do do. Do 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 do. Yeah, this part is like you know exactly what to do. It's just controlling him with a keyboard here. There you go.
You know, that's probably a better idea.
Just
actually,
to
just
fall
to
down.
wait for the
Yeah.
fall down, and then do that.
Yep.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Shit. Nope. Shit.
They got desynced.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
This part. Ooh. If you're good at platforming. Oh, lag.
Oh!
That wasn't your fault. That was lag.
That's so not my fault.
My screen froze for a minute, so that was not your fault.
And I just couldn't compensate coming out of the lag.
Yep. Is there a...
Oh my god.
I think this is where I need to get a secret out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're at 20 minutes. Do you want to just call it a day?
I want one more try.
Okay. One more try.
No, this is the one. Hit that block. That explains it.
Yoshi, no! Well. Yeah, it's the number of coins, right?
Right.
Oh, hey, it's Yoshi!
Bye, Yoshi.
Bye, Yoshi. Bye-bye. But yeah,
Right, like one of them is the number of it has like either the number of coins or the number of time or the amount of time you use or something.
Yoshi coins or something. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna try. Whee! Whoa! I jumped. I swear.
Are you still holding the trampoline?
I might need it.
Okay.
You never know. Last try.
Okay. Trigger that. This is the thought process I've been going through for the past half an hour. Trigger that. Stay here. Let this drop.
Jump out.
Jump.
Wait.
Stay. Go past. Wait.
Hide
Go
in the corner.
corner. Stomp.
Go.
Jump.
Run.
Under.
Yeah.
Stop. Under. Past the red blocks.
Mhm.
Stop. Back against this.
Because of that guy.
This.
Hug the right. Wait for that guy. And then hug
Oh.
right. Yep.
Part 1. Part 2. Despawn that.
Mhm.
Jump over here.
This one you were thinking of, like, just falling down at a good spot, then spin jumping. Oh! You got it right, it's just
Yeah.
execution.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we're done.
My thumb's hurting. But we got progress. We talked
Yeah.
about some good things, got into a rant about some things. Good day.
It's funny, I've quit like a little over 2 weeks ago, and work is still fun to rant about.
Mhm.
Don't know why.
Well, now you don't have to worry about exposing any trade secrets or getting in trouble or anything.
Yeah, I kind of pay and benefits thing, this survey thing was bullshit.
Yeah.
It was. I could not believe it. Anyway, but
Anyway. Good job. Then less of a good job. It's getting harder.
yep,
But at least it hasn't been nearly as bad as Castle 3.
correct.
2? 3. Yeah, Castle
No,
3.
Castle 3.
Oh, man.
Yep, literally spent 30 plus hours.
Never again.
Yeah.
Alright, take care, everyone.
Alright, see ya.
See ya.